Sports Today family members. Yesterday, India got off to a great start against Bangladesh in the ICC Champions Trophy 2025. And there is a lot of memes that are going around, especially two particular ones. The statement by Virat Kohli, and the second one is another meme which is very closely related in that sense. Now, the first meme is that India opened their 2011 World Cup campaign against against Bangladesh. And look what happened in 2011. They won the World Cup. Now, in 2011, you won a World Cup. Then what happened in 2012? You lost a home series. You lost the BGT, but you went on to win the Champions Trophy. Here, you won the T20 World Cup. You lost a home series. You lost a BGT. Are you going to win the Champions Trophy yet again? That is the one major thing that is doing the rounds on social media after India's victory over Bangladesh. But there is a major concern that is there when it comes to the ICC Champions Trophy, and that is empty stadiums. In Pakistan, in the game between Pakistan and New Zealand in Karachi, you saw certain sections of the stadium at the National Stadium being empty. In Dubai, yesterday, a capacity of 35,000, you saw only about 15,000 in attendance, which is a big concern. This was an India game, a proper India game that was taking place, okay, not against a strong opponent, but it was against Bangladesh. Only 15,000 were in attendance throughout the match, out of a capacity of 35,000, which is a big worry. At this point in time, India will have to understand the ICC has to understand one major thing. If ODIs have to reinvent themselves, they will have to do something drastic about it, because the World Cup is a novel thing. It's been going on for 48 years, 50 plus years it's been going on for, so that attracts crowds. But when it comes to the ICC Champions Trophy, do you want to continue it in 2029 also? Because ODIs are getting lesser and lesser at this point. And India versus Bangladesh, the game where you see India normally wherever they play, the stands are absolutely full. But in Dubai yesterday, the stands were almost empty. 15,000 only were present at the ground in a capacity of 35. So that is a huge concern for the ICC at this point. Maybe the stadiums will fill up during the India versus Pakistan encounter. But if India versus Pakistan, even then in certain sections, if there is not much of crowd, then you have a problem. Two factors might have gone against it. One, it was a working day, so that's why many people didn't come to see the game between India and Bangladesh. Because India versus Pakistan is scheduled on a Sunday, even then, the crowd at that time, because it's an India-Pakistan encounter, and also because the standard of India-Pakistan encounters have not been so great in the last couple of years, crowds might come in, it might improve to 25,000-30,000, but still, the hype around the ICC Champions Trophy is absolutely non-existent. Today also, Afghanistan versus South Africa, how many people are going to come to the ground? And that too, this is in Pakistan. Many fans might stay away from it either because of the high ticketing prices or because of several other things that is there. So, this is a huge area of concern that the ICC has to address. High prices, lack of hype, no excitement, and that is why it is a big problem that they are facing. So, problems for the ICC Champions Trophy in the first 2 days, not much of crowd, either the scheduling, lack of hype, all that has combined. Now, Afghanistan versus South Africa is going to happen today, and Afghanistan are the team in form. 8 wins out of the last 10 games, including a series win versus South Africa, and that is why they head into this contest as one of the favorites. But South Africa, remember, this is the only tournament that they won, but that was 27 years ago. Can South Africa get off to a winning start? Because in this group, it's far more trickier. England have their problems. Australia have their problems. Afghanistan are the team in form. South Africa, they have not had an ideal build-up because of the way how they performed in the Tri-Series. Not a single win. But this is a full-strength team that is coming back from the SA20. So that's why, can South Africa do it? It remains to be seen. So Afghanistan, Hasmatullah Shaidi has anyway said that no, we are not here just to participate. We want to win the match and ensure that we make a big statement in the ICC Champions Trophy. It's their debut, remember. So Afghanistan have a big role to play, and they will be hoping that they can get off to a winning start against South Africa. But the Proteas, remember, they would also want to start well so that they overcome things in the group of death at this point in time. So Afghanistan versus South Africa begins at 2 p.m. IST. It's going to be very, very interesting. That is there. Now, as far as other sporting events are concerned, today you have the FIH Hockey Pro League, which is going to happen between India versus Ireland in the men's and India versus Germany in the women's. Mixed fortunes again for the men. They won one game, they lost the other game against Germany. But the women's team lost both their encounters to Spain. And because of that, it is going to be a very, very interesting one. India-Ireland, the men's team should win this. India versus Germany in the women's section, that might be a bit problematic. Now, as far as chess is concerned, the FIDE Women's Grand Prix is currently happening in Monaco. And Koneru Hampi is there as one of the top leaders in that, along with Harika Dronavalli. Harika Dronavalli is at the bottom, but Koneru Hampi is tied for the first to fourth position with the leaders. So that is why that's a very good achievement that Koneru Hampi has currently. Hampi anyway is the world rapid champion for the second time. So it is a big, big feat that you have got. So kudos to Koneru Hampi for ensuring, but it's a long tournament. Let's see how it happens. But in the Chessable Masters, unfortunately, Arjun Erigaisi was blanked out by Jan Nepomniachtchi in the rapid sections. He lost 2-0 in the quarterfinals, and that is why his tournament is over. Today, it's going to be Nakamura versus Carlsen in the grand final yet again. Now, as far as other sporting events is concerned, Rubiales, the Spanish coach who was there, he has been convicted of sexual assault, and that is why he will have to now maintain his distance from the Spanish team, and that is why the court convicted him in that sense. And it's a big, big development in the world of football in that way. So WPL action is resumes today, because when there is an India game, there will be no WPL match. So Mumbai versus RCB, that is a massive encounter that we are going to see at this point. So Mumbai versus Royal Challengers Bengaluru in the WPL is going to begin from today. Let's see how that pans out at this stage. So yes, Afghanistan versus South Africa today is the match that we are all gearing up for. There will be build-up for India versus Pakistan. I'll be doing 2 special videos on Rohit versus Pakistan in ICC events. He has a fantastic record against them. Plus, what happened when India and Pakistan faced off in Dubai 7 years ago. That was the only time they faced at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. It happened twice. So that is why this is a big, big thing. We are building up to India versus Pakistan now. By the way, today there will be no practice, no press conference for the Indian cricket team. They are opting to rest today. So there will be nothing coming from Dubai as far as the Indian cricket team is concerned when it comes to practice and when it comes to press conference. Second, India will practice on 22nd. Pakistan also might practice on 22nd, and you will have a press conference at that stage. So 22nd is the lull that we are seeing, that India versus Pakistan might happen. And then you are going to see India versus Pakistan on Sunday, February 23, which might be a big, big encounter. Remember, if India win, they are through to the semi-finals. Pakistan are out. It's a simple shootout in that sense. And Priyanshu, ODI cricket is always struggling. That sluggish Dubai track makes it worse. I think it's a good Dubai track. I mean, I think this is the kind of things that you want. ODIs have always struggled for that balance. A 350 score is good, or a 220, 240 total is good. It's always debatable. And Alfredo Derian with the same question over and over again. You mention it once, we'll take it. If you mention it multiple times, we will not take it. But I'll just take this one exception. Will Varun replace Kuldeep versus Pakistan? Difficult. I think, see, Kuldeep's wicketless show might prompt the management, oh, let's not pick him, let's pick Varun Chakravarti, a mystery in the Pakistan game. But looking at the nature of the wicket, the Pakistan-India clash might be closer than what we anticipated. So, tough call. But I think Kuldeep's record versus Pakistan will suggest that, yes, you pick him for that. You don't pick anybody else. And I think you might go in with the same 11 that you saw against Bangladesh. So, that's the condition we have. Do you see Imam's selection instead of Usama Mir? Sachin Kashyap, see, Imam is coming back after 2 years. So I really don't know how he's going to shape up. And Usama Mir, again, not in good form when I have to look at it. And Austin Kuna is saying, Shami's ODI stats in ICC event legendary and fastest in terms of balls bowled to 200. Is he the greatest Indian ODI bowler of all time? For me, yes. Yeah, the stats suggest that, yes. Shami is one of the best bowlers that you have got in ODI cricket as such. And the fact of the matter is, unfortunately, Austin, the one thing that might go against him is that he's not won ICC wins. That's the major problem that you've got. As an ODI bowler, great, but he's not won ICC events. That's the major concern. And CT is a lost cause, bro. ODIs, Sarvesh Gaurav was saying, wow. I mean, see, did it make sense to have a Champions Trophy? Because that experiment was shelved 8 years ago. And there have been calls to shelve the Champions Trophy altogether. Austin Kuna saying, what are your thoughts on the concussion replacement of Ravi Krishnan with a batter who scored a quick fire 28 and now Gujarat may get unfair towards Kerala? There should be a solution to this. Again, as I mentioned, what is the wording of concussion substitute? Why did the match referee allow this to happen? What is like for like? Shivam Dubey, Harshit Rana was never like to like. Kuldeep, you may say Ravindra Jadeja, Yuzi Chahal, maybe that was like for like in a very grey area. But why did the match referee allow it? And looking at the Ranji Trophy, by the way, an update for you guys in the Ranji Trophy, you might see a Vidarbha versus Gujarat final for the first time. And Vidarbha currently are on top versus Mumbai in the Ranji Trophy. Gujarat, thanks to Jamit Patel and all, they are ensuring that they take a lead over Kerala. If they take a one-run lead even, it's day 5, Kerala will be out of the Ranji Trophy, and because of that, Gujarat versus Vidarbha looks more of a certainty. Mumbai, the defending champions, might bow out of the tournament. And when you look at it, Harinath Chennubotia is saying, Vishy sir, why they want to hide Varun Stan or other team and want to give them surprise? There's no surprise. I think Kuldeep is a starter. Let's make no mistake about it. Kuldeep is a starter. Varun, I think, see, he's not much of a mystery anymore because with technology, you can easily ensure your mystery becomes history. There's nothing as it. Hope Shami wins an ICC title. Maybe in 2025 it could happen. It could happen. So, will Virat, Alfred Durian saying, will Virat perform good versus Pakistan? Yes, I think he can perform well against Pakistan because I don't think they have the bowlers, barring Naseem Shah to a certain extent, who can trouble Virat. So I think Virat could do well against Pakistan when you look at it. And hoping Arshdeep comes back for Pak, hope Rana experiment is put to Varun Parvatneni saying, but what wrong did Harshit Rana do, Varun? He did well. 3 wickets he took. And in all the games that he's played, he's been taking wickets. How can you argue against Harshit Rana's inclusion in the playing 11? I agree, Arshdeep Singh brings more to the plate when you look at the bowling. But Harshit Rana hasn't done anything wrong. That is the thing. Wait and see, Ganesh, wait and see on Sunday. Crowd will be full when tournament progress, especially in semis and finals. That is the only hope. But then the problem is, see, Dubai's capacity is only 30,000. That's a big concern. And even then, Sunday, I believe it's not a working day in Dubai. So that's the way we look at it. And Austin retracted his statements. It was about Sky's poor form. Well, Surya Kumar in red ball cricket always will be an enigma. So yes, we'll be back in Sky poor form continued in Ranji. Will we ever see Sky play with Kohli anymore? They were a good pair in T20. No, I don't think so, Austin. No. Sky will not play in tests. Sky will definitely not play in ODIs. So, no, I don't think it will ever happen. So, that's about it, folks. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this morning wrap. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis. Afghanistan versus South Africa. It's going to be a big contest that we have. So, Pawan Holla, considering wickets are assisting pacers, can India go with 3 pacers? Depends on Hardik's fitness. Hardik was not in good touch. He was having a hamstring niggle, but nothing's officially come out from the BCCI at this stage. So, can they go with 3 pacers? Depends on the nature of the wicket in Dubai. Dark Knight, Afghanistan can surprise South Africa. I will not use surprise. Afghanistan can beat South Africa. Remember, prior to this Dark Knight, Afghanistan did beat South Africa in a bilateral series for the first time. And in similar conditions. So, Varun Kuldeep ki jagah sahi hai, Karan Tyagi is saying. Maybe. But we'll take a call on Saturday when that happens. But it seems like Kuldeep's good record versus Pakistan could help them. So, bye-bye, folks. We'll be back for more video updates on Sports Today. Ranji in particular. And also, we'll be looking at Rohit's form and India versus Pakistan, what happened 7 years ago. One player each from Afghanistan and South Africa to watch out for today. South Africa, Heinrich Klaassen, and Afghanistan, Rashid Khan. Why not? So bye-bye folks. See you.